Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday. It's a bittersweet morning. Today is my niece's 6th birthday, but also, y'all may not know that I had a rescue cat. His name was Hawthorne. So Hawthorne is 20 years old, and over the last week, he's been showing symptoms of, declining health, and his quality of life just wasn't there. So we had planned to take him to the vet this morning to be euthanized. And I just, kept checking on him yesterday. I was working from home yesterday, so I just kept going downstairs checking on him, make sure he was comfortable. We was all kind of like rubbing on him and, giving him a little tuna, extra little treats and things. And he was just like done, because, vomiting blood and stuff like that. So we knew that, he wouldn't last long. So yeah, the plans to take him to be euthanized this morning, and then I go downstairs to check on him, and he was already gone. Yeah, so he's passed. So I was telling my husband about, a story about how me and Cheyenne rescued Hawthorne from the Humane Society. And he's just like, wow, that's an amazing story. And so he's always curious how Hawthorne was when we first met. And I said, no, he was still like a grumpy old man, He was like 17 when we got him. 16 or 17 when we got him. And so he was already set in his ways. And, I knew he was a mature cat. I thought he was kind of cool, He was very, consistent. He liked his food and water, a little bit of brushing. When he was done with you, he'd just walk off. It's like typical cat behavior, He'll let you know. He's very vocal about, if he did not like his food, which I learned a couple of times. Yeah, but I just told Dante, I was like, I miss that guy. He's my buddy. And so, I just wasn't expecting that this morning. I knew he was going to be put down, but just like a surprise on top of the devastating news, you'd just be like, oh no. And then so, told our daughter this morning, she's just like, oh, well, maybe he's not coughing anymore. And I said, yeah, I'm sure he can't. There's no way he can enjoy an afterlife coughing like that. Side note, so when he did adopt him, and then you get that first initial free checkup from, because I adopted him from the Humane Society, so we took him to the vet. I took him to my vet. My vet still honored that coupon. And he was like, yeah, apparently when he was a kitten, he had some respiratory issues, but whoever had him didn't take him to get those resolved. So he has a little, you could literally hear him breathing. And then when he slept at night, we made the comment that oh yeah, how'd you sleep last night? Okay. How was your sleep? It was okay. He was like, Hawthorne probably slept great. Yeah, he sounded like he was snoring. We also had this raspiness. But we always kept an eye on that because we knew if he had any discharge, he needed to go to the vet. So that was his sound. I always made the joke that he could never sneak up on nobody because he's always like, and I'm like, here comes Hawthorne. Yeah, so, life, enjoy it, And Dante asked me, he said, so, do you think this would be better if you got a younger cat? And I said, no, I liked Hawthorne. Me and Cheyenne saw him. She liked him. I liked him. And then, I thought about that week afterwards. I'm just like, okay. Because after that, my Shih Tzu of 13 years had passed. So it had been 2.5 years. So I was just like, well, I think I'm ready for a pet now. And then, so I just thought about that. And how you get a cat. Well, any pet. You want to be responsible, have everything they need when you bring them home. So we went through all those steps and got his stuff established. And then that's a really exciting day for Cheyenne and I. She was just she picked out the toys in his bed. And for, I guess almost a year and a half, he loved that bed. I mean, it was to the point where if I washed it, he would stand beside the washer, mad at me because I washed his bed. So then I started, I wanted to throw it away one day, and I had near the door, I was going to throw it out, and he stood beside his bed what are you doing with my bed, woman? So then I started adding little blankets inside of his bed to, so he can still have that sense of, I don't know, but we had to keep it for a long time. I think we ended up keeping that bed we got Dollar General for like 3 years. He loved it. Hey, I mean, I like my bed too. So just little things like that made me think about him. But yeah, he's gone. So no more suffering. Man, love a pet, but they're like kids, you know. He's definitely part of the family. I had a friend that doesn't have any pets, and she's just like, "Oh, that's so sad. You think you get another cat?" And I'm like, first of all, let me mourn over my cat. I know you're not a pet person, but this is like if you lost your, friend or your sister or your child. Like, yeah, you put their needs above your needs. Like, he needs to go to the vet. I know it's gonna be expensive, so I just save up for it. So she's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just, I'm not a pet person." I'm like, I get it. But also say, you don't know what to say. You just shouldn't say nothing at all. So leave it at that. Love her, but non-pet people don't get it. Yeah, so it's an interesting morning. So hope you're having a great day and staying healthy. And I don't do political stuff on my vlog, but I'm just saying, if you watch this vlog October the 2nd, the headline news. As my friend used to say, common sense ain't so common. So take care of yourself, wear your mask, sanitize your hands. Take care. Good morning, everybody. So the timing of this video is the morning after the news of the indictment of Breonna Taylor. I don't know, yesterday I had a really hard time grappling between, I knew there was going to be a fair and just indictment because of the payout to the family, that $12 million payout. And I watched a live video, I believe it was Vicki Dillard and just some other, more woke people. And they said, with those checks come conditions. And so the plan was already laid out. So just think by the time the family got the settlement, which you had to realize a lot of things behind closed doors happen too. So by the time we're informed of stuff, things are so far ahead of what we ever could imagine. But it's still disgusting that my husband says basically it's just a reckless endangerment charge for the murder of a woman who was asleep. And then the lies that tried to get her ex-boyfriend to say something degrading about her. And, it's just so blatant, excessive use of force. And then I have questions about the no-knock warrant, and it's just none of this made sense. But, here we are, back to feeling like we were earlier this year, and the year before that, and with Ferguson, and with George Floyd, and, just get sick and tired of being sick and tired all the time. I saw a quote from James Baldwin, and it says, basically, I'm paraphrasing it, but if you're conscious and woke in this country, you'll literally, be angry all the time. And yeah, that's what I've told with, over the last couple of weeks, just be what's going to happen, all these officers are going to be charged. And I just really had to think to myself, Tashama, it's a racist system. Why would they give justice and basically smack the hands of the police officers who we know that were initially slave catchers? So they can get off with a little smack on the hand, take their benefit package, and, go about their lives. However, the life of this beautiful black woman who was asleep was murdered. I saw some other gifs and memes and quotes. And one of my friends, alumni buddies, they posted something that said, like, sorry, Breonna, that the sheetrock that surrounded your apartment got more protection and more vengeance than your death did. And you're just like, yeah. So disgusting, isn't it? So, my husband and I were talking this morning, like, what can you do? Because you feel hopeless. You feel hopeless. It's like the thing that she needs to fight and keep herself sane, which is rest, is the very thing she was killed in the midst of, trying to get some rest. But you know what? You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. So that's all I got to say about that. So I'm about to hop onto Zoom and manage to get through a work day. I do believe that today's going to be a day I'm going to have to go for a walk during my lunch break. So take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Good morning, everybody. Today is September 30th, Wednesday, hump day, and it's my grandmother's birthday. Yeah, she is so amazing. I can't wait to give her my gift. Man, life is to be valued. You hear me? So there's another lady at our church. Her and my grandmother are dear friends. That's her sister-in-law. And so they are so like vivacious, and they walk and they're active and they read and they do puzzles and they believe in God. And when I tell you, like, their life is just like remarkable. And so I was telling my daughter, like, imagine what you've seen if you're over 80 years old. And she didn't quite grasp it because she's, 8. And she's like, yeah, I'm sure, yeah. Yeah, a lot of history, right? And I said, well, let's go through and see what's happened since they've been born. And this guy's like, wow, they lived a long time. You can tell she's using no words, so she wouldn't say they're old. I'm like, yeah. And also, my other grandmother, they're in the 80s group, and you just think like they've seen the first black president. They went through the civil rights movement. There was a time when women couldn't vote when they were alive. They saw the colored signs. They had to, stay in particular places because they were women, or because they were black, or because they were a black woman. So it's amazing how far we've come. We have so far to go still. I don't want to use my vlog to talk about last night's presidential debate. But if they don't get some fire under you to push these candidates to give us an agenda, give us something that, well, not give us an agenda. We need to present them with an agenda. And we also need to vote. Yeah, they're both, wings of the poisonous bird. But votes matter. Just think, if your vote didn't matter, suppression wouldn't be an issue, right? Yeah, so it counts. It matters. What people fail to realize, if you just willingly give your vote to anyone without a condition given to you and your people, then you are the fool with your right to vote. And I believe our ancestors died and suffered way too much for that. Just lose, here's my vote, you're Democrat, oh, let me be blind to whatever you're saying. Like, no. Before you come to our churches and our black communities and you kiss our babies and shake our senior citizens' hands, like, what are you going to do for us? And that's what we need to do. So take this time. If you have not voted already, I hope you send in for an absentee ballot. But take the time and look and see, like, what your community needs. If you have not voted yet, get together some people and get an agenda together. Because guess what? People are already voting. But this is going to be a remarkable, remarkable time. And it's a great time to be alive in spite of the pandemic. As Ms. Tabitha Brown said, I praise him in advance because I know a leader is coming after the election day. So be good, take care, enjoy this marvelous day. Morning, everybody. So I am recording on my iPad, so hopefully this is nice and clear for you. I do feel like I have like a halo effect because my ceiling fan light is on. Whatever. But working from home today, and there's so many things going on. Like I walked the dogs this morning. Yeah, I said dogs because Wally and Creed basically fight while they're walking. Creed likes to be ahead, but then Wally wants to play, and she doesn't want to play when she's walking. So then she ends up like bickering with him, and then I'm pulling her back, and then it's like two kids. So I walked him first this morning, and then came back and walked her. So I got in like 40 minutes of walking this morning. Yeah, 40 minutes. And it was cold too, so I did wear my hoodie, and I have a Woolrich vest, so I wore that. Cause I learned like when I used to run, like a cold morning like this, you want to wear like your North Face and stuff. But once you get moving, you get really warm. Of course, I had my head wrapped up. But yeah, I feel good and accomplished this morning. Everybody is getting ready for their day, and I got me some nice coffee. And so I'm looking forward to Tuesday. So I'll come back and talk to you about something else later. I gotta get on Zoom for work. Good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Hope you're having a great day. My daughter's so excited this morning. It wasn't like freezing cold, and she has this jean jacket and she's been dying to wear. And today she's just like, it's not freezing. Can I wear my jean jacket? And I'm like, oh, let's check the weather. And she asks Siri, what's the weather? And she's like, 52, I can wear a jean jacket today and I won't be cold. And so she was at the bus stop like twirling around, and she's just so excited. So I'm like, yeah, enjoy it, because it's gonna rain Friday. But she's a little kid, so little things make her happy. She even had this like contraption to hold her mask over her neck. It's like it reminds me of the lanyard or the eyeglass holders. Back in the day, like a librarian had like the string around her neck to hold her glasses. Well, now that's the thing for kids, to keep their mask in place so, they don't lose their mask during school day. Hey, folks who couldn't make this stuff up, right? So I was talking to this guy this morning about, like, yeah, I think fall's going to be our season that we can actually feel kind of normal, but still have all the, restrictions of COVID. And she said, yeah, Halloween's going to be off the chart. And I'm like, Halloween is going to be a good holiday for us. Outdoors, you can wear a costume. You won't see your, COVID pounds. And we can, douse our feelings in like candies and sweets. So, hey folks, I think Halloween's going to be our season, whether you like it or not. I mean, getting a cupcake going door to door, I think I'd be pretty excited about that. But yep, about to get a good day going, be productive today. I didn't go walking this morning. Oh yeah, so I told you all yesterday I walked Creed and Hawthorne. I mean, not Hawthorne. Hawthorne would rip my throat out, not the cat. I walked Wally and Creed yesterday. So like I said, they don't walk well together yet, but I'm gonna have to work on that, because 2 walks a day is crazy. But I slept so good last night, y'all. Like, I woke up this morning like, ooh, so refreshed. I'm just like, wow, did I even dream? And my husband's like, you slept like a rock. Like, you didn't toss a turn. And I'm like, okay. Good morning, everybody. It's another work from home day, so pretty interesting. I was talking to my husband last night, and I said, so since we missed spring and summer was a blink, and now we're fall. Can you be optimistic about fall? And he just said, what do you mean? I said, can we do anything in fall? And he said, well, yeah, baby, most of us outdoors are fall. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I was trying to think, but I didn't want to get too excited. Because you all know that they're claiming there'll be spring before we can get back to kind of semi-normal. And you just say, like, spring, well, that'll be a year. So, fall, I'm summer or winter kind of person. I like it hot or I like it cold. The in between fall, like, oh, wear a sweater, and then like, oh, it's too hot. So look, fall I think is gonna be my season now. So here's to like things on the weekend. You can do outdoor nature walks, apple picking, pumpkin picking, the pumpkin patch stuff. I don't know. I think patio life is going to be our life. If you want to go out to eat at a restaurant, it's going to be a patio. Because I really don't think indoor eating is going to be what it used to be, as nothing else will be. But yeah, as I said earlier, I got the walk in earlier this morning. I walked Wally, and I came back and walked Cree, which Cree was mad at me. Because she knows that she'll look at me, and she gives me like no privacy. And I shut the door a little bit, and she creaked, she stuck her head in there, and she kept looking at me like, what you doing? Oh, she put on the sweatpants and the socks. Oh my God, I think we're going walking. And she got like hyped and excited, so I twirled around in circles, and I'm just like, I gotta walk Wally. I'll walk you later. And I felt so bad. I put my earbuds in to kind of like drown out the tapping of her little nails going. So I walked Wally. And I came back and walked Craig. And my husband said, oh, she was mad at you. Yeah, she was livid. He said she really went and jumped in the crate, like sat there. And I'm just like, oh no. But how can you not take advantage of these cool mornings? I mean, it's cool. It's like 43 when we went walking this morning, so I was bundled up. But, I learned when I was used to run, you're thinking like, oh, I need to put my North Face and my Uggs. But once you get moving, you really do warm up. So I just had on a hoodie with a t-shirt underneath and like a vest, sweatpants, and tennis shoes. Of course, I had my head wrapped up, so that helped a lot too. But I mean, I walk back in the house, I'm just like, it's so hot in this house. Oh my God. But it felt good to get that out the way this morning. So this is my third day getting my walk in. I walked during my lunch break yesterday because I did not get up early enough yesterday. But yesterday's gone. So day 3 of this week. And I had my water in. Now I got a little coffee. Doing better on coffee. I used to just guzzle coffee. But I like tea. So I like tea, but a little coffee kind of like helped me, power through the day. But yeah, I'm feeling really, really good about Tuesday, and I hope you are too. And wait for my other Apple Watch buddies to get on board so they can see that I've already knocked out my goal for the day. That's what's up. Have a terrific Tuesday. Talk to you soon. We were able to enjoy a lovely ride this weekend, explore the mountains, look at some beautiful pumpkins and gourds, and enjoy this lovely hardware store. And they had a lovely koi garden. So, hey, make the best out of it, folks. Take care of yourself. Thanks for watching. See you next time.